Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah Donald. So if you're new to this channel, I recently just acquired a house in Lagos, Nigeria, and today I'm here to share some of the challenges that I faced while trying to find my dream home in Lagos, Nigeria. So if you're looking to buy, or whether it's for investment, even if you're looking to rent and not buy, trust me, knowing these challenges will help you and will just help your searching process a lot better if you are aware. So grab a pen and paper and let's jump right into it. The first one on my list is fake listing. I used property.ng, right? property.com.ng or something like that. I used it to search for houses, and there's something I noticed a lot. There were a lot of fake listings there, which is people put up houses that are no longer up for sale. So basically what it means is that they sell the houses and they don't come back to the site to say it's been sold out, right? So you're here looking at, oh, I'm looking for like a 4-bedroom in Lekki, blah blah blah. It pops up, you're excited that like, I finally found the one that I'm looking for. Then you chat them, because it says chat with the agent replies you to say that it is not available. Yes, some of them do not even know, so they will like, oh yes, they'll tell you it's available, and probably you book to see it, and 2 days later they tell you that, oh sorry, that place is not available, because apparently they didn't even know it's been sold. Because in Nigeria, apparently the way it happens is that they do not give their properties to one agent, so they just give it to so many people. It depends on who finds a client first, right? And this thing is really crazy because it leads to scam if you're not careful. Because I remember this particular house that every time I asked about this house, I got a different price from a different agent. Yeah, because what they do is like, okay, so I hear that they have like WhatsApp groups where they just say, oh, this bedroom is available for sale, or whoever sees it first. So they are not the primary agent. Yes, that's the word. They're not the primary agent. Someone just put it. So if they see, they have to always go back to the agent. So let's say there is a price change, because the price always goes up. The agent now has not told them, that the primary agent hasn't told other people that, hey, there is a price change. Or those ones will be going with the other one, or sometimes it will be sold out and they will not come back to tell the other agents, the sub agents that they gave it to say, okay, this property is sold out. So I think that this is something that this app really needs to look into. Yeah, and some of them even do it from a place of they know it's not available, so they will either take you there to go for viewing, and on your way they'll not say, yes ma, please, I wanted to tell you that that place, someone just took it now, so I'll show you somewhere else. No, someone didn't just take it now, that place was never available. Or I also saw cases where they had like 3-bedroom, maybe I was looking for a 4-bed, and you go there and you're seeing a 3-bed. Where's the other bed? So in the pictures, right, that they will actually write it 4-bedroom, blah blah blah, but it's the same room that they are taking twice. So you're going there, you're looking for the other one. What happened to it, you don't know. So how was I able to like cut past this? By the time it happened to me like almost 4 times, what I started doing was like I started using agents that I know, because sometimes using agents is actually not easy, because sometimes those agents might not have what you are looking for, and that's actually what happened to me. The agents that I know personally didn't have what I was looking for, which is why I had to start going on this site. So what I do is, first of all, I go with the ones that I know. If they don't give me what I want, then I go on this site. And when I go on this site, I'm always like, when I'm chatting with them, I say, can I have live videos? Can I have live picture? Like, I had to stop because it was so much like a waste of my time. I remember someone that took me to like almost 4 different places. The first one, the gate was locked, she didn't have access to go in. Then later the security was like, no, there's no house here for sale. So the guy, apparently she felt embarrassed and started calling the guy. Then that's when I realized that there was another primary agent that had given her the place. So the agent said that, he has called the owner, that his owner changed his mind. She took me to somewhere else, nothing. She took me somewhere else, like everywhere they took me to was nothing like what I wanted. And I went there based on the images that you have already shown me, you know what I mean? So really, this fake listing is something that you will encounter a lot. So always and a lot of them will ask you for viewing, inspection fee. So after paying inspection fee, they're taking you to like 4 places or 6 places that you don't like, because that's not what you wanted. Another thing that I encountered was the agents are not professional. So, in Nigeria, right, a lot of real estate agents are just a case of, I know someone that wants to sell a house. I know someone that wants to rent out a house. So they are not properly trained. A whole lot of them. I'm telling you, this is not my first house. This is not my second. I have encountered them, and I can tell you for free that the trained ones are very few, because I went to Instagram. I said, okay, let me use these professionals I see on Instagram with their nice pages. Let me check the ones I see with their website. I'm telling these people that, oh, I want a 4-bed, blah, blah, blah. Oh, in fact, there was a particular one that I took my time. I said, I work from home, so this is what I'm looking for. It has to be an estate. She was listening to me, like she really understood what I was saying. I said, I even have a store, online store. So I want an extra room so that I can be operating from there instead of having to go and open another store somewhere, since it's just an online store. And she was like, oh, yes, I understand. Tell me why she's sending me a 2-bed. Tell me why she's blasting my phone with images. And I opened the images. One is a 2-bed. The other one is not serviced. Like everything, none of the images she showed me was giving me what I wanted. Like if you do not have anything, because before I put a budget, right, I always go on websites to say, okay, how much will 4-bed cost? How much will 5-bed cost? How much will 3? So when I'm telling you that this is my budget, it's because I have seen that my budget can get me something I want in that area. So if you don't have it, that's fine. If you don't have it on your list, that's fine. Tell me you don't have it, not sending me almost 6 pictures and none of them. Like I was like, no, this one is supposed to be professional now. You have a website and all. So I've realized that it's top to bottom. Like there needs to be like a proper training in that industry. A lot of people are complaining about this. You can go online and search. Everybody has looked for a house. The first thing they'll tell you is that Lagos agents will frustrate you. So you're going to get a lot of that. Like I'm telling you, it is crazy. One told me that he told me that I can buy a generator. I'm like, are you going to give me the money to buy the generator? Because I clearly told you I wanted a service apartment, meaning it already came with gen. You're taking me somewhere that is not service, and you're telling me that, man, you can just buy a Meccano generator that is how much? They feel like they can convince you to get, like they're the ones staying. In fact, funny story, there's a girl on Instagram that said that an agent took her somewhere, and on X, sorry, that an agent took her somewhere. The place was so small. The agent said the more you stay, the more it will expand. So Lagos agents are not professional, and this is something that really needs to be worked on. Like I cannot overemphasize on the really. Before you take someone to a property, check it out. Someone took me to a property that that was not clean. That was not clean. That's the, like, you're done with a house, get cleaners to at least clean it up so that when I'm viewing something, I know what I'm viewing. That means you haven't even checked it out, and you want me to pay a huge amount of money, and you're telling me that when I pay, you people will get cleaners. Like people that don't keep to their words. That's another thing. Please, anything that an agent tells you will be done when you pay, scam, run. If they are not doing it before you move in, don't worry about it, except it's something you don't mind and you're willing to let go. Or God will just help you. You have a good landlord, or you have a good seller in case of when you're buying. But if not, if the agent tells you that this thing is not here, but that it will be done when you pay, don't worry about it. Yeah, so that's a huge thing. And like I said, because they're also not professional, a lot of them don't even know like all the hidden fees. They don't tell you the service charge. They don't even go to inspect it for themselves, so they don't get the adequate information of the service charge of the place or anything that major work that needs to be done there. They'll just tell you, if you go on the site, what they write is clean environment, clean security, good security, 24-hour light. They've not even asked that management, do you provide 24-hour light? They're not interested. They're just interested in bringing you there, and they feel like some sort of magic will happen and they'll be able to convince you. The next one is titles and documentation. This is really a huge issue for me. A lot of people buy their houses and they don't do proper documentation. So imagine liking a house, falling in love with it. It's time for the documentation. You can't get it. like either they didn't do their proper documentation, and I have a lawyer that will not let me go through. Like I remember like calling my lawyer because there's this one I really like. She was like, no, Sarah, no, we need to finish. I was like, I like it. So apparently they wanted me to pay into a personal account, and the personal account is not even the personal account of the owner. So the owner has transferred it to the management company according to them, saying that the management company can handle it, including taking payment from them. Okay, so we need a letter to confirm that. And then if we're going to also, since we're getting a letter to also confirm that, we now need the account details of that management company. But no, they were giving me a personal account. They spoke to my lawyer personally. My lawyer was like, because I really like the place, I kind of got emotional. That's why you should get a lawyer that knows what they're doing. I'm going to put my lawyer's details below. So of course I got emotional because I liked it. I've gone so many places. These people have frustrated me. So seeing what I liked, but my lawyer completely refused and said that they have to send that one. And later they explained why they couldn't send it, but I couldn't get the place because there were tax issues on their company account, so they wanted it paid into their personal account. My lawyer was like, no, this is not 1 million. Come on, because if we have issues going to consumer protection and the rest of them, like I've mentioned in my previous video, you cannot go to them with a personal account. So yes, have a lawyer that is strict. I have another one that I liked as well. No, I didn't really like. It was just like an okay for me. Then when after the search, my lawyer did the search, we realized that so it's his name that is on the this thing in Alausa, which is where they do the search. It's his name, but the address coming up is his personal address, his home address. So we called him and he said, yes, that's his home address. So no, so that means you're telling me that the house I'm buying is in your home address, because this particular number that you're giving us to enable us to do the search is your house address. He was like, no, don't mind all the, I'm sure you're going to get all these lawyers that used to speak English. That's what he told me. They used to speak English. Just go to that side. You see lawyers of 20K, give them this thing. They will search it for you. I'm here. Come and see all the documents. They are ready. Of course, red flag. I'll rather wait than, get into that. So he might not even know that his own lawyer did not do proper documentation. So yes, I saw a lot of places that I liked and documentation was actually a problem. People don't document their houses well, and I am not the one that is going to come and buy it and get into trouble. Another one is hidden extra cost. Oh God, I would not understand why I am the one to pay. When you're renting, you have to pay agent, legal, development fee, estate fee. That's a mistake. When you're renting, if it's in an estate, you need to pay for estate fee. Now, a lot of these people, like I mentioned, do not tell you. In fact, there was one that told me that the estate fee. That was one time I was renting. He told me that the estate fee was 50,000. When I met the estate manager, he told me it was 70,000. So you can imagine such information. They're just after pay, and then they move. They don't care. So there's a lot of hidden charges that if you're buying, you must ask about that. If you're buying in an estate, ask. If you're buying, let your lawyer do the proper documentation for you to find out like the development, because like I said, because a lot of them have not done their papers, if the search comes out and everything is right and they haven't done their papers, you now have to pay for yourself. That is a hidden charge, yes, that you need to be aware of to know if it's something you're willing to take. That house might have a fine on it. Maybe the person has not paid land use charge. You now go and carry it upon your head, stuff like that. And then I don't understand in Nigeria why I am the one to pay agency fee. Please, someone help me. Maybe it's me that is not getting it right. You want to sell a house. You give it to an agent. I find this agent by myself. Tell the agent that I want to buy a house. Then the agent finds me the house and I buy it. Why is the seller, not the person, giving the agent agency fee? Because this agent just helped you, just put money in your pocket. So please help me. This happens when you're buying and when you're renting. It doesn't make sense to me. even as a homeowner. So I'm not just saying it as a tenant, I'm also saying it as a homeowner. If I want to sell my house, I believe that I should be the one to pay the agent, not the buyer. This thing is now so normal in Lagos, and please, maybe I'm wrong, but please let me know, guys. Another thing is the legal fee. Legal for buying, you take care of it because you're the one buying. So that's confirmed, that's okay. But legal fee for renting is another one that I do not understand. The landlord is the one preparing the legal papers to send to me to sign. Why should I be the one to pay the landlord's lawyer? So I'm paying legal fees in a house again that I am renting. Now, if you're someone like me who has been burnt before, so you're very detailed, I end up paying twice because they insist that it is their lawyer that has to handle the one for renting. Fine. They insist that you pay a percentage, I think it's 10 or 5%. You pay the percentage, then the lawyer prepares it and brings to you. Then because I'm very careful, I have to now also pay a lawyer to make sure, because whatever your own lawyer is doing is to favor you, right? So I have to pay a lawyer to be sure that everything you guys promised me is on paper and that, there is no mistake. And also I'm ending up paying twice. These two things is something that I really would love to be looked into. When someone is renting a place, it should be the responsibility of the owner of that place who is bringing your own lawyer to please pay it. If you're buying, fine, you bring your own lawyer. Again, let me know what you guys think. So yes, there are so many hidden charges that I almost fell into. I told you guys in my previous video, I almost fell into a place that the estate fee was 250,000 naira every month, and that is not inclusive of light. So because I know about this, I was able to ask these questions. Imagine I didn't ask. Anyway, there's a girl on Instagram now that is doing like a moving in series, and she's paying like 200k because according to her, she also didn't know. So imagine you've already moved in and one day you just get a knock at the door. The estate manager is coming to tell you that you haven't paid. Another thing again about looking at fees is that, like, when I moved into this house, I went to the estate and I asked them before I paid and all. I asked the estate manager to confirm that the previous owner is not owing anything. If you're not careful, if the previous owner is owing something, you will inherit that. So even though nobody has lived here, because it's an estate, they are supposed to be paying service charge. So when I went to the estate manager, I realized that the original owner that I bought it from has not paid service charge for like 3 months or so. And she did not need to pay the service charge. She didn't feel like paying the service charge because if you do not pay the service charge, you will not use other things like load lights, they'll cut off your water. But since she doesn't live here, does that make sense? She can go away with paying it. But the thing is, on the app, it's showing minus. So the moment they change the name to my name, that minus is now on me. So because I knew about these things, I went to find out. Now, when I found out, I went to meet her. She told me that, yes, this is how much she is owing them. Then she gave me the figure, which the estate manager confirmed. But she bought light. So she was owing them, I think, I can't really remember. But she had bought light previously. Like, she bought light 2 months ago and just loaded it and then traveled. So for that 2 months, she bought light but did not pay service charge. So when I went there, she now said that I should just exchange it with her. I'm like, okay, it makes sense. So instead of her paying, she gave me the lights, which to be honest, she would not have even been able to take out the lights anyways. So that was smart on her end. But on my end, yes, because at the end of the day, I would still need to buy lights, and the light she loaded was even way more than the estate fee that she's owing. So imagine she has not paid service charge for a whole year, and I buy from her. Then I go to the estate and collect my app, my meter, download my app, and I'll just see minus. I've paid her. What can I do? So please be sure of hidden fees. Another thing is delay in closing. Like I mentioned, there are a lot of places that I saw that I liked, but it took back and forth. There was a lot of delays, and by the time it came out, because the paperwork wasn't right, I ended up losing those apartments that I actually liked. So yes, if you're looking to buy a house, I would suggest that you do not do it in a hurry. Don't do it in a hurry. Take your time. Let's say you're leasing a place and your lease, this is we're in April now, right? So if your lease is going off in November, you want to buy, take your time now, so that you're not in a hurry, because sometimes there is usually a delay back and forth. You put an offer, they will accept the offer, and before they come back to you again, just takes so much time. Now the other one is the owners changing their mind. This was another major challenge that I faced. In fact, funny enough, I walked into a restaurant a few days ago, and I met this really nice guy who was the agent. You know that some people you just see, you just vibe. I just walked into that place and I loved his spirit. He was so amazing. I loved the house. The house was spacious. It was giving me everything that I wanted, like, and more. And now one of the most important things is that the management of that estate is one with a good reputation. So obviously I liked it. I put in an offer. They sent me an email accepting my offer. All was good. Okay. So I had to take it to the management, like I told you guys, to do the proper paperwork, to know what I have to pay. And because the guy was so honest with me that, okay, the owners haven't yet paid this development fee, so this is how much it's going to cost. He was just so open. Like, I loved his spirit. And you know, buying is also an emotional. There's some agents you see, you want to buy from them because of their, so I don't know, I have it, I don't know if it's just me. So after everything, like going back and forth, in fact, I had other houses to see. I canceled because I was like, I have walked into my dream home. Okay, I finished accepting. Okay, what next? Send me account details. I've contacted the estate management. They've told me that yes, these are the owners and these are things I need to pay. So once I make the payment, I come to them. Send me account details. This guy didn't send. Send me account details. They didn't send. What's happening? Just for me to get an email from them to say that the lady that owns the place is in transit, that that's why I've not heard from them in days. Once she gets to Nigeria, that I'll hear from her. Okay, a few days later, like, okay, she's in Nigeria. I've cancelled a lot of places. We have all agreed that I'm taking this place. What's happening? And that she and her brother, they are planning to change their mind to increase it by this amount. In my mind, I was like, to be honest, okay, because it's an offer. So I now said, okay, this is what I can add to it, because I like the place, and it was even giving me like an extra room. And like I said, the management was important to me. So because I like the management, I was willing to stretch. Then they sent me an email again to say that the owner is no more interested in selling, that it's a family house and all the brothers and all the sisters haven't concluded. You know how I felt. I actually cried because, I mean, this agent, it was my agent that got the place, and oh God, I really wanted to buy from that agent, not the guy I said I liked, my own agent, because my first place, he was the one that found it. He didn't give me stress. So when I called him and other people, he found this one. I was like, this guy, my guy. You always find something I like, so I'll be happy to buy from you. Like, I'll be happy to know that it's you that take this agency fee, right? So I waited for them. So we agreed like on Monday. They did not show us the place till like next week Monday, because according to them, that the key is with one of the family members and they needed to come back. I'm like, okay. So because of this, I lost 1 week because I waited till the next week. I went there, saw it. These guys are on the mainland, I'm on the island. The agent and that other guy I told you I really liked, and my own agent came all the way from the mainland, saw the place, agreed, loved it. So almost 3 weeks on one property just to finally not get the property, especially a property that you like. I wasn't happy. But I believe God God, has a reason for everything. Yeah. So anyway, that's it. Owners can change their mind, and even the contract also says that owners have 90 days to change their mind. So, and you too, you have 90 days or so to change your mind, you the buyer. So that also is also something that, like, because I was aware of this, because I read my contract and because I have a lawyer that explains everything. When I eventually bought a place, I didn't start work until that, time, just in case they decide to change their mind, even though this one I knew she wasn't going to change her mind. Now, another serious thing is inflation. Gosh, the real estate market in Lagos is mad. I don't know how it happens, but guys, do you know that you can see a place for, I'm going to use little figures, you can see a place for 10 on Monday, go there to view it on Tuesday, they send you an offer, they send you an offer, you send them an offer, they accept, you get an email in the morning that, sorry, we've increased the amount. This thing happened to me. Like, by increasing, I don't mean 10%, these guys will go a whole 50%. So one of my agents, because I had so many agents, was actually really frustrated because this is somewhere else that I liked. I wanted the place. The guy was also very good. The agent as well was very good. One of those people that will be like, oh, Sarah, think about this. This is nice. Sleep over it. Let me know if you like it. So we had, like, he would just call me. Hi, how are you doing? Good afternoon. Hope all is well. I said, okay, just checking on you. Please remember you have till Monday to, take your time, read through if you're interested. Then we finally get this place. This guy he kept increasing, except until I was like, I've reached my limits. I have reached my limit. So he called one guy that the guy is supposed to be like their chairman or something. And the guy was like, oh, there's no regulation. Everybody has the right to put their price. I'm like, people have the right to move from this to this in a week. That one was an issue, especially financial issue, because you will save an amount of money, you come back, that money is not there, as in that money cannot buy that house that you wanted. It's crazy. Well, another thing is structural problem. A lot of houses, let me tell you, the most abused word in Lagos is luxury. You will hear luxury in this country, you'll be tired. But what they're calling luxury is not luxury. So buying a house in Nigeria, especially from some developers, there's some developers that they are good. They are good. Like me, I can put my money on this certain developers, but I will not call their name because strange things happened this period that some people that I thought that were good failed me. But yes, there was this particular house, God, that I had worked with that. I had gotten a property from them. I didn't need to do anything. The only thing I changed was to fit just the style I wanted. Solid doors. Like the materials, solid. These guys did good work. Their woodwork clean. But you're going to see a lot of houses that are fake luxury. Like when I mean, you're buying a house, you need to budget an extra amount of money, like a huge amount of money, to do a lot of repair. You're calling a house luxury and you need to change the door. So why not just sell this house for this amount? Because at the end of the day, this is the amount I've used for the house. So this is something you're going to encounter a lot. So you need to not be in a hurry. Like I said, revisit properties, get people that have eyes for it. And last but not the least is flood. Yes, like I said, I had to always, whether it's renting, whether it's buying, I always check during rainy season because Lagos gets quite flood into your house, that bad. So a lot of nice areas are flooded, especially like houses that they did not raise it up. Like my house now, heavy rain since I moved in here, like, with climate change, the kind of rain that has been fallen, I was just like, thank God I looked at this place during rainy season. So it's really high from the entrance, even the way they made it high, like from the gate into, so rain has never come in. Yeah, so flood is an issue in this area. So it's also something you need to look out to. So it's not just about looking at your house. How can you have a beautiful house that you cannot enter? So yes, these are the challenges that I faced while trying to buy a house. But thank God we eventually did it. And that's why I'm here today to tell you, so that you will not cry premium tears like me. You will be prepared. I wasn't prepared, especially my first time. I wasn't prepared. I was even saying, oh, I'm going to vlog. I'm going to take people along. I'm going to show the house. By the time I go in, sometimes, like, I cried. Imagine spending a whole day, somebody is taking you to houses that looks nothing like what they showed you in the pictures that brought you out in the first place. Anyways, if you like this video, please drop a comment. Let me just know that you liked it and you learned one or two things. And please do not forget to subscribe, comment, like, and give the video a thumbs up, so Instagram, YouTube can show the video as well to people who are interested. My name still remains Sarah Donald, and stay blessed.